Mini episode 1162 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1162, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our college and non-college and fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 8 of the 2019 NFL season. We've got our college football playoff rankings, college and pro picks, and fantasy football recommendations. We start with our weekly rankings for the college football playoff. 1 Alabama, 2 Ohio State, 3 Clemson, 4 LSU. Our next four in are 5 Oklahoma, 6 Penn State, 7 Minnesota, 8 Baylor. Our college football picks were 3-2 last week, putting us at 24-19 on the season. Here's our picks this week. Wisconsin plus 14.5 over Ohio State. Ohio plus 2.5 over Ball State. Penn State minus 5.5 over Michigan State. LSU minus 10.5 over Auburn. And Notre Dame minus 1 over Michigan. Our NFL picks were 8-6 last week overall, 2-1 on the Big Three and 0-1 on the lock. We're 59-47 overall, 6-15 on the Big Three, and 1-6 on the locks. Here's our picks this week. Minnesota minus 16.5 over Washington. New York Giants plus 6.5 over Detroit. Tampa Bay plus 2.5 over Tennessee. Chicago minus 4 over the LA Chargers. Atlanta plus 6.5 over Seattle. Jacksonville minus 6.5 over the New York Jets. Cincinnati plus 13 over the LA Rams. Arizona plus 10.5 over New Orleans. Oakland plus 7 over Houston. Cleveland plus 12.5 over New England. Kansas City plus 3.5 over Green Bay. And Miami plus 14 over Pittsburgh. For our Big Three, it's Philadelphia plus 1.5 over Buffalo. And Carolina plus 6 over San Francisco. And for our 1,000-star, gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 8, it's Indianapolis minus 5 over Denver. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy overmanaging. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys that you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing. QB, Patrick Mahomes. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Le'Veon Bell, Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and Joe Mixon. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Odell Beckham, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Michael Thomas. Tight end, Zach Ertz, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. As always, our Thursday NFL picks and fantasy plays are up on our Twitter account at the FDH Lounge. Baltimore and Dallas are on the bye. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 10 QBs. Tom Brady, Jacoby Brissett, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jared Goff, Matt Moore, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, and Russell Wilson. We like 14 running backs. Chris Carson, Tevin Coleman, James Conner, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, Leonard Fournette, Devontae Freeman, Todd Gurley, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Phillip Lindsay, Marlon Mack, Sony Michel, and Latavius Murray. We like 19 wide receivers. Tyler Boyd, John Brown, DJ Chark, Brandon Cooks, Corey Davis, Stephon Diggs, Chris Godwin, Kenny Golladay, T.Y. Hilton, Alshon Jeffrey, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore, Calvin Ridley, Allen Robinson, Kenny Stills, Cortland Sutton, Golden Tate, and Robert Woods. And we like 3 tight ends, Evan Engram, Hunter Henry, and Austin Hooper. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.
As we bring the show to a close, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude to NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, all Clear Channel affiliates, TNT, TBS, USA, UPN, Deadspin.com, YouTube.com, YTMND.com, MySpace.com, various blogs, Fox News, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, IamBoard.com, Billboard.com, Google.com, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN News, ESPN Classic, NBA TV, NFL Network, Sports Time Ohio, Athlon Magazine, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, The Boomerang Channel, QVC, BET, The Spice Channel, Steno Notebooks, Manwich, Papermate Office Supplies, Waitresses, Strippers, Bartenders, Garbage Men, Janitors, Microwave Popcorn, the writers of The Office, Scrubs, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Oz, Metalocalypse and the Boondocks, Aquafina, and the Periodic Table of Elements.